The year is 2025 and Europe stands at a crossroads. Two military powers face off across the continent. The battle-hardened British Army with centuries of global warfare experience and the precision-engineered German Army, rebuilt from the ashes of history into a modern fighting machine. But here's the question that's about to ignite comment sections across Europe. If these two armies clashed today, who would emerge as the true ruler of European soil? Before we dive into this explosive comparison, I need you to pick a side immediately in the comments. Comment red for British Army and yellow for the German Army. And I need to warn you, what you're about to discover about German military capabilities will shock even the most hardcore military enthusiasts. And British fans, you might want to sit down for this one. But remember, these comparisons aren't about promoting conflict, but understanding the forces that keep Europe safe. Whether British or German, these soldiers serve the same cause, protecting our shared values and way of life. Welcome back to the war. Let's begin with the raw numbers, because in warfare, size matters, but not always in the way you think. The British Army fields approximately 77,000 active personnel, while the German Bundeswehr commands around 63,000 ground forces. On paper, Britain takes the lead, but here is where it gets interesting, and where our German viewers are about to smile. The German military budget allocation reveals something that the British don't want you to know about their superior numbers. Stay tuned, because this financial reality check changes everything. Germany spends approximately 52 billion euros annually on defence, with a significant portion dedicated to cutting-edge equipment and technology. Britain, despite its larger army, allocates £54 billion. But here's the thing, Germany's procurement efficiency is legendary. Every euro spent translates to battlefield capability in ways that will make British accountants weep. While British politicians debate budget cuts, German engineers are quietly building the most advanced military infrastructure in Europe. The question isn't who spends more, it's who spends smarter. Now we reach the heart of modern warfare, main battle tanks. This is where keyboard warriors become keyboard generals, and for good reason. The British Challenger 2, soon to be upgraded to Challenger 3, faces off against Germany's Leopard 2A7. Both are NATO standard beasts, but they represent completely different philosophies of warfare. The Challenger's secret weakness has been exposed in recent conflicts, and it's something German tank crews have been exploiting in joint exercises. The Challenger 2 boasts the longest confirmed tank-on-tank kill in history, 5.1 kilometers in Iraq. Its rifled gun and depleted uranium rounds make it a sniper amongst tanks. But here's what British fans don't want to admit. The Challenger has never faced a peer competitor. The Leopard 2A7, meanwhile, represents German engineering at its finest. Modular armour, superior mobility, and battlefield-proven reliability across multiple theatres. While Britain fields 227 Challengers, Germany operates over 320 Leopard 2 variants. And here's the controversial part. They're exported to 18 nations because they simply work better. German tank crews train on average 40% more hours annually than their British counterparts. When your equipment is more reliable, you can focus on tactics instead of maintenance. This is where the gloves come off, and where our comments section is about to explode. British military training is steeped in tradition, and that's both its strength and weakness. The British Army's individual soldier training is amongst the world's finest. Their NCO development programme produces leaders who can adapt to any situation. But here's the uncomfortable truth: tradition can become dogma. German military doctrine includes a training element so advanced that NATO allies regularly send their officers to study it. What the Germans discovered about modern warfare will make you question everything you know about military effectiveness. German training emphasises Auftragstaktik, mission-type tactics that give junior leaders unprecedented autonomy. While British soldiers excel at following orders, German soldiers are trained to think like generals. In modern warfare, where communication can be disrupted and situations change rapidly, this philosophy becomes decisive. The numbers don't lie. German soldiers spend 25% more time in combined arms exercises, and their equipment readiness rates consistently outperform British standards. When your Leopard tanks have a 90% operational readiness rate compared to Challenger's 75%, you can train more effectively. British military tradition is impressive in museums, but German military innovation wins on battlefields. The question is, are you fighting yesterday's war or tomorrow's? Hi soldiers, don't forget to check out our merch and membership programs. We have perks like early access to videos, badges and members only posts, and t-shirts like this awesome design on screen. Now, back to the action. Now we enter the realm of legends and whispered stories. The British SAS, the gold standard of special operations, the unit that wrote the book on counter-terrorism and special reconnaissance. Their reputation is global, their capabilities unquestioned. But reputation isn't everything in modern warfare. Germany's KSK operates in the shadows, and their recent operations remain classified for good reason. While the SAS build their legend in the Falklands and Iraq and the Iranian embassy siege, the KSK has been quietly perfecting their craft in Afghanistan, Mali, and operations we'll never hear about. A recent joint exercise between the SAS and KSK produced results that shocked NATO observers. The performance gap wasn't what anyone expected, and the implications for European security are staggering. Here is what's controversial. German special forces benefit from better intelligence integration and more modern equipment, and this will trigger British fans, including myself. Superior operational security. When was the last time you heard about a KSK operation in the media? Exactly. Now to the 21st century, where cyber warfare and electronic capabilities matter as much as bullets and bombs. Britain's cyber warfare capabilities are formidable, backed by GCHQ and decades of intelligence experience. Their electronic warfare systems are NATO standard and battle tested. But Germany has been quietly building something different, something that integrates civilian technological superiority with military applications. German military industrial integration includes capabilities that most people don't even know exist. What I'm about to reveal about their electronic warfare systems will explain why Russian communications mysteriously fail near German positions. German engineering excellence extends beyond tanks and into the digital realm. Their cyber defense capabilities protect not just military assets, but critical European infrastructure. While Britain focuses on offensive cyber operations, Germany has mastered the defensive game, and in modern warfare, the side that keeps fighting wins. British cyber warriors are excellent at breaking things. German cyber engineers are better at keeping things running. In a prolonged conflict, which skill set determines victory? Let us know in the comments. This is where wars are really won and lost, and where our analysis gets brutally honest. The British Army's logistical capabilities are global but stretched thin. Their supply chains span continents, but this creates vulnerabilities. German logistics, meanwhile, are designed for European operations with redundancy and efficiency that reflects their industrial heritage. The German military's secret weapon isn't a tank or a rifle, it's a logistics system so efficient that it can sustain operations longer than any other European army. The numbers I'm about to share will shock you. German ammunition stockpiles, fuel reserves and spare parts inventories consistently exceed NATO recommendations. British stockpiles, despite recent increases, remain below optimal levels for sustained operations. In a hypothetical European conflict, the side that runs out of bullets first loses, regardless of individual soldier quality. Here is where things get personal, and where national pride meets military reality. British military leadership is built on a class system that produces exceptional individual leaders, but can create rigid hierarchies. German leadership development focuses on technical competence and tactical flexibility at every level. British officers are trained to lead from the front, admirable but potentially wasteful of leadership talent. German officers are trained to multiply force effectiveness through superior planning and resource allocation. The German general staff system, rebuilt after World War II, emphasises collective decision making and systematic analysis. British command culture values individual initiative and personal leadership. Both have merits, but in modern warfare, the systematic approach often prevails over individual heroics. The final analysis will surprise everyone, including me. The winner of this European military showdown isn't who you think, and the reasons will reshape how you view modern warfare. Here's the uncomfortable truth. In a hypothetical conflict between equal-sized British and German forces on European soil, the German army would likely emerge victorious. Not because German soldiers are individually superior, they're not. Not because German equipment is dramatically better, though it often is. The German advantage lies in a systematic excellence, logistical superiority, and doctrine designed for modern European warfare. The British Army remains one of the finest fighting forces with unmatched experience and individual soldier quality. But the German Bundeswehr represents the evolution of European military thinking, efficient, technically superior, and designed for conflicts of tomorrow rather than glories of yesterday. But here's what I want to know. Do you agree with this analysis? Are you a German viewer who thinks I've underestimated British capabilities? Are you a British fan who believes I've overlooked crucial advantages? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, but keep it respectful. We're all on the same side when it matters. And if this analysis surprised you, check out our video on the Paras versus the Royal Marines. Hi soldiers, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments. And check out our merchant membership programs. And don't forget to check back in again soon. That's an order.